know this was a whirlwind for you. At what point has this sunk in that you're the manager of the New York Mets?
I know, I'm still getting there. But this is it's surreal for me, but it's a dream come true. Now we got to fulfill that dream. We got to go ahead and compete. We got to win.
It is a short turnaround, a short window for any manager. You don't have a lot of time before spring training. What kind of preparation have you done at this point, and how much will your familiarity with the players already on this roster help you?
I mean, first of all, the staff. It's a great staff. We have a talented staff, like I said, with a great repertoire and experience of winning. And, as the players, we know the players, I know the players, they know me back. I think, we're right on track where we want to be with already the plans and the collaborations that we have.
You had your first interview with him, I guess, this past week. So this 1 week, this has all happened within a very short amount of time. How can you put into words what you're going through right now?
I mean, it's you said it. Everything's been quick, but I've been ready. This is something that I've been ready for a while, and I've been working on it for a while. And this organization has helped me throughout it. So, we're ready just to break ground in spring training, and thank God that we have a great family here. I think that's going to lead the way for us to break ground and go ahead and compete for this season.
Assuming you saw the tweet from Pete Alonso as well as some of the other players, but Alonso paid a very, very high compliment to you as a manager of the Myers.
Yes, I'm always proud of Pete. I mean, he's a very talented player. Obviously, looking forward to seeing him soon.
How will your relationship with him in the minors play out here in the majors?
Well, it's a great relationship. We've always talked openly, on, off the field. And we knew exactly what we needed to work on. The communication part, like one of the things that we used the most, that was one of the things that target, to get Pete to the point where we wanted him. So all the talent that he brought into us and the little work that he put, I think got him to where he is. So I'm very proud of him.
Given the way this has all played out, and obviously you don't like to see what happened with Carlos Beltran happen, but how much thought have you given to that, and how difficult has that been as part of this process?
Right now we're at a point where we're very happy where we are. We're looking forward to spring training, like I said. This team is ready to compete. This team is ready to win. We already contacted some of the players, and they're excited to move forward and break spring training.
What's your message to them that you talk to them?
I just tell them how excited I am because they're such a great team and they get along so great.
You've obviously been able to tap into your father for some advice. What's the best bit of advice that he's given you in the past couple of days?
He just tells me to be myself, which is what it's gotten me to this point. And he keeps repeating it and he keeps repeating it, but he doesn't get old. Every word that comes out of his mouth, of his repertoire, it's just it's grateful. I love it. I called my family. That was the first thing when I got the news. I made sure my close ones knew about it, and then I focused on the staff, and then I wanted to get in touch with some of the players. And still, I have to get in touch with a few of them. So I'm just excited. I want to share the excitement with my family, my baseball family, which is the Mets, and that's right now what I'm trying to accomplish.
What does Philly mean to you?
He is he's my university. He's the reason why I'm here. He showed us baseball. I'm talking for my brothers. He showed us baseball, and we're grateful.
If somebody had come up to you 6 weeks ago and said that this day would occur, what would have been your reaction 6 weeks ago?
I wouldn't think so. This is a dream come true for me. But I'm grateful to be here, and I'm ready to go.
Good. What's the biggest weakness you need to correct with the Mets right now? That's looking from the outside in.
I feel pretty good. I'm prepared to do this. Obviously there's going to be challenges at some point, like every season brings, or every year brings. But I'm prepared. I'm ready. I'm confident. I have the great staff, and I have a great team.
Going to be important to us right now. The conviction that he shows, the understanding of the program that he's helped create, and then obviously the relationships that he has with the players were key ingredients.
How difficult was it to kind of come to this decision within such a short amount of time?
It wasn't a difficult decision, and it wasn't a time-sensitive decision. We wanted to get it right, and the qualities that Luis demonstrated in his almost 15 years with the organization, combined with what I've been able to see over the course of the last year, and then what we learned about him in the interview process in the fall, and most importantly, what we saw from him with the coaching staff preparation over the course of the last 3 months, really put him in a class by himself.
Certainly this has been a tumultuous 2 weeks. What has been the most difficult part of this process?
Well, we're dealing with real people, and we're dealing with subject matter that is difficult for the game. But I mentioned last week that it was an incredibly difficult day on Thursday, an incredibly difficult few days, but I can't tell you how good it feels to be standing here right now with Luis Rojas as our manager, because he gives us a great deal of confidence in who we are as an organization, and we think he's going to represent us and our players very well.
Having to make that quick turn from what happened last week to then thinking, okay, the calendar is getting a little bit tight here for spring training. I mean, where in the back of your mind was Luis and knowing the familiarity with the roster? Did he just stand out right away to you through the whole process, or did you have to get in the room with him and hear his thoughts on becoming a manager?
Well, for better and for worse, we just went through this this process in October, and so we had a chance to really spend a lot of time with Luis through that process. When we started to vet out and started to ask ourselves the questions of what was important and what was desired right now, Luis's name was at the top. We asked him to come up, and we had 2 meetings with him. Jeff and I met with him on Wednesday morning. I had a chance to meet with him at length for 3 hours on Tuesday night, and then we ultimately made the decision and tried to work out on a deal.
To have that familiarity with him and the familiarity he has within not just this organization, but specifically with this roster, I mean, how much of an advantage is that for him now, getting set going into spring training, knowing it's a short window?
Well, I mentioned that we don't want to pivot. We like who we are. We don't have to search to find a new voice or a new perspective or a new philosophy. We've built it. Luis has been a part of it, and the fact that he was one of the architects to this culture and to this identity we have, it made it seamless, and we anticipate him to be able to hit the ground running very quickly and continue the work that he's already put in.
You've known him for a bit. Was there a point along the way where you looked at him and you thought, this guy could be a big league manager?
Well, he was part of the process originally because we believed he was going to be a big league manager. It was our hope that we would be able to make him a big league manager for us and not lose him to somebody else. And whenever you hire a manager and you recognize that you have homegrown talent that's going to be attractive to other people, you have a risk of losing them. Luis's loyalty to us was remarkable. Other teams had asked to interview him for positions on their coaching staff, and he made it very clear to us that I'm a New York Met. This is where I want to be. And so when this opportunity presented itself, he was the right guy in the right moment for us.
Pete's been pretty vocal on Twitter about being excited that he's the manager. Did he do any lobbying with you in this whole process? Did he pick up the phone and say, "Hey, you got to hire this guy"?
Well, you guys know Pete.
Yeah.
Pete's not shy. He's not a wallflower. We had a number of players reach out proactively in support of Luis, which always makes you feel good. I think it probably makes Luis feel even better. But we knew him. And the fact that the players are supportive of him makes us feel good as a decision-making body, and we felt that in the fall as well when we made the decision for Carlos. But having a person that the players believe can represent them well is something that's important for this organization.
Does this change expectations?
Well, our expectations were pretty high. I mean, we intend to win. We think that we can contend, and we have every expectation, and our players have the expectations that we're going to do that, and we're not looking to tiptoe into the 2020 season.
Mickey, what was the disappointment level to kind of get so close that time and not get it?
No disappointment. I mean, I'm grateful. It was a great experience, and right now I feel very confident, having the job. I feel very confident being the New York Mets manager, and just looking forward to meet with the team, meet with the staff, and just break ground in spring training.
When you thought you had a good shot then, though?
Yeah. I feel prepared. I felt prepared then. I feel prepared now, and I feel pretty good with what we have. We have a good team, like I said. We have a great staff. The staff is going to help me, and we already collaborated, and we're looking forward to breaking ground, like I said.
Luis, when you look at the individual challenges on this roster, what stands out to you most in spring training?
Well, I feel pretty good about our roster. I think we have a lot of depth. We have a great pitch. We have great pitching. We have a great bullpen. We know that we can score some runs. So it feels like a really good team. So right now we have a plan base already put in place to get the team prepared in spring training, and see how everything unfolds.
Have you reached out to or heard from many players since becoming manager just the past couple of days?
I talked to a few of them.
Yeah.
I talked to a few of them. And we shared a lot of excitement about the news, and I'm looking forward to getting in touch with the rest of them.
Who in particular, if you can share?
Well, a few. I mean, McNeil, Nancy, Syndergaard, and other names.
From your perspective in your role last year, what didn't come together as well as everyone on the field?
Right now we're in a really good position. We're focusing on this season. We're very happy where we are. This is a great team, like I said. We're moving forward. We're ready to break ground in spring training. I think we're going to do a good job this year with the season, and we're going to win.
Louis, just walk us through. You wake up Monday, January 13th, and you're the quality control coach. It seems like everything's normal. And then Rod Manfred puts out that report, and here you are now. Just the emotions of going from that day to here.
Yes, I share my emotions when I was there on the podium. It's a dream come true. Yeah. I know. I can be a little even keel with those, but this is a dream come true for me. It's been something that since I got here to the Mets organization, and I saw how things were done here. I look forward to it. I developed into it, and I'm really proud being here, and as the New York Mets manager. So I felt ready for it.
Were you shocked?
Definitely. I still live in a dream right now.
But I mean about Carlos's firing. About everything that happened. 3 managers getting fired, unlike anything the sport has seen in over 100 years.
We're looking forward. We are where we are today. The organization and I are in a good spot. They already made a decision, and like I said, this team is built to win. We're focusing on that. We're collaborating as a staff, and we're looking forward, to a successful season.
Which managers have influenced you more than anybody else? Which ones? Which managers have been your biggest influences as a manager?
Which managers? Well, my father, number one. Bruce Bochy is always somebody I paid attention to. Tony La Russa is always somebody I pay attention to, and every big league manager is an inspiration. Minor league coaches, they always look up to big league managers. They learn of their moves. They learn of how they go about it to each team. It's something that you pick stuff from. So it's always a position that you admire when somebody is a big league manager.
How would you describe your own managerial style, and what specific managerial philosophies has your father imparted on you that you're using?
Well, we've talked about different ideas. Obviously, I have an experience of my own, with what I've gone through. I learn a lot. His lessons have led, that I shape it up to the point where how I see things, my own repertoire. But my style of managing, I'm going to say that is a team that I have. You have a team and you have a style of management. It's according to the product you have in your hand. You have a team that can run, you run. You have a team that plays away, you play that way. So it's according to what we have. We have a really good roster. We have really good starting pitching. We have really good bullpen, and we can score some runs. So I feel pretty good about it right now.
How excited are you to work with some of the players who you work with in the minors?
Very excited. It's great that I know them, but it's even better that they know me back. Something that's going to help us click even quicker with some of the ideas and strategies that we may put, and also the staff. We know each other pretty well. So with the help of them, I think this is going to be a really good chemistry on the team.
With your father, with your uncles growing up, half the discussion baseball talk, 90%?
Pretty much. We've talked baseball a lot. Any different situation or funny stories that you go to. So it's been a blessing to grow, in that environment.
And Mom never said enough with the baseball. Can you talk about something else?
Never came in. No.
Louis, what about the inevitable criticisms that come with the job when the thing doesn't go the way you want it to be? What did your father impart you, or any of them, about handling that?
The best advice he gives me is that be myself all the time. I think there's going to be always challenges. We don't know of a manager that hasn't been criticized in baseball ever. There's something that's going to come in it, and I'm always going to agree with the point of view of everyone. It's just normal. We're all different minds, and I think that we're going to look at the game different. So it's just normal.
Thank you,
Just
Luis.
on that
Thank
podium
you.
just now.
Last one.
When was the last time you've ever addressed a group that big before? Just you've just done right. Ever before anything close to that in your life?
This is the first time. This is the first time I've done it, and you know, I'm grateful, and I feel really good talking to you guys, and I'm looking forward to do it again. So like I said, we're going to be accountable. We want to be present. And I'm looking forward to have great communication with you guys.
You've expressed in the past that you feel very loyal to the Mets. You didn't really want to go anywhere else. Where did that sense of loyalty come from?
It came from the first day I stepped into the Mets complex in 2006. I guess when I saw that the Mets were not only developing baseball players, but they were developing men. I mean that right away. We had an educational program. We had back then it was a complex with 2 fields, and we got the job done. We moved into a bigger complex afterwards, and just the love for the organization started growing, and then it just kept growing and growing as I went along. So here I am.
Thank you. Last
You have a
is
history with the number 19. What's the story behind that?
It's my birthday. It's just September 1st. It's actually in Spanish because we say the day first. But yeah, I know it's kind of funny because my dad was 17 with the Expos, my brother 18, and I'm using. I know people have asked me that before in the minor leagues, but it's my birthday.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Luis.